And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. One is loved because one is loved. No reason is needed for loving. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. The secret of life, though, is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times. Waiting is painful. Forgetting is painful. But not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. Everything tells me that I am about to make a wrong decision, but making mistakes is just part of life. What does the world want of me? Does it want me to take no risks? To go back to where I came from because I didn't have the courage to say yes to life? Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. Love is an untamed force. When we try to control it, it destroys us. When we try to imprison it, it enslaves us. When we try to understand it, it leaves us feeling lost and confused. No matter what he does, every person on earth plays a central role in the history of the world. And normally, he doesn't know it. We can never judge the lives of others, because each person knows only their own pain and renunciation. It's one thing to feel that you are on the right path, but it's another to think that yours is the only path. When I had nothing to lose, I had everything. When I stopped being who I am, I found myself. When you find your path, you must not be afraid. You need to have sufficient courage to make mistakes. Disappointment, defeat, and despair are the tools God uses to show us the way. When we least expect it, life sets us a challenge to test our courage and willingness to change. At such a moment, there is no point in pretending that nothing has happened or in saying that we are not yet ready. The challenge will not wait. Life does not look back. A week is more than enough time for us to decide whether or not to accept our destiny. Don't give in to your fears. If you do, you won't be able to talk to your heart. The 2 hardest tests on the spiritual road are the patience to wait for the right moment and the courage not to be disappointed with what we encounter. There are moments when troubles enter our lives and we can do nothing to avoid them, but they are there for a reason. Only when we have overcome them will we understand why they were there. People are capable at any time in their lives of doing what they dream of. This is what we call love. When you are loved, you can do anything in creation. When you are loved, there's no need at all to understand what's happening, because everything happens within you. We are travelers on a cosmic journey, stardust, swirling and dancing in the eddies and whirlpools of infinity. Life is eternal. We have stopped for a moment to encounter each other, to meet, to love, to share. This is a precious moment. It is a little parenthesis in eternity. None of us knows what might happen even the next minute, yet still we go forward. Because we trust. Because we have faith. Everything that happens once can never happen again, but everything that happens twice will surely happen a third time. I can choose either to be a victim of the world or an adventurer in search of treasure. It's all a question of how I view my life. If someone isn't what others want them to be, the others become angry. Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. I don't live in either my past or my future. I'm interested only in the present. If you can concentrate always on the present, you'll be a happy man. Life will be a party for you, a grand festival, because life is the moment we're living now. Anyone who has lost something they thought was theirs forever finally comes to realize that nothing really belongs to them. No one loses anyone because no one owns anyone. That is the true experience of freedom, having the most important thing in the world without owning it. When each day is the same as the next, it's because people fail to recognize the good things that happen in their lives every day that the sun rises. Our true friends are those who are with us when the good things happen. They cheer us on and are pleased by our triumphs. False friends only appear at difficult times with their sad, supportive faces, when in fact, our suffering is serving to console them for their miserable lives. You will never be able to escape from your heart, so it's better to listen to what it has to say. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better, too. Be crazy. But learn how to be crazy without being the center of attention. Be brave enough to live different. Stay mad, but behave like normal people. Run the risk of being different, but learn to do so without attracting attention. Whenever you want to achieve something, keep your eyes open, concentrate, and make sure you know exactly what it is you want. No one can hit their target with their eyes closed. Why is patience so important? Because it makes us pay attention. Love is not to be found in someone else, but in ourselves. We simply awaken it. But in order to do that, we need the other person. The universe only makes sense when we have someone to share our feelings with. Intuition is really a sudden immersion of the soul into the universal current of life. Don't bother trying to explain your emotions. Live everything as intensely as you can and keep whatever you felt as a gift from God. The best way to destroy the bridge between the visible and invisible is by trying to explain your emotions. Don't listen to the malicious comments of those friends who, never taking any risks themselves, can only see other people's failures. And when you can't go back, you have to worry only about the best way of moving forward. You have two choices: to control your mind or to let your mind control you. Forgive, but do not forget, or you will be hurt again. Forgiving changes the perspectives. Forgetting loses the lesson. All you have to do is to pay attention. Lessons always arrive when you are ready. And if you can read the signs, You will learn everything you need to know in order to take the next step. My heart might be bruised, but it will recover and become capable of seeing beauty of life once more. It's happened before, it will happen again, I'm sure. When someone leaves, it's because someone else is about to arrive. I'll find love again. We are afraid of losing what we have, whether it's our life or our possessions and property. But this fear evaporates when we understand that our life stories and the history of the world were written by the same hand.